Welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have a day late and a dollar short. This is a 2014 movie. It's an hour and 28 minutes. It's a drama. It is, sure, Whoopi Goldberg's in it, and there is humor in it, because she comes off as kind of a irascible, cranky, grumpy, smartass older woman who is dying. She only discovers this just a tiny bit into the film, and I am not spoiling anything because it says it right here in the description. And yes, like I said, but it is like 90% a drama. Her just coming into conflict with most people and interacting with all the various characters, yeah, lends itself to humor, but there's a darker undertone to this. She knows she is dying. By the way, she's estranged from her husband. They've separated because she was just in a miserable mood for the last decade of their relationship. By the way, I do need to mention this. She tells her story at the very beginning, how she's always dreamed about going to Paris. And this may seem like an insignificant part of it, but it's really kind of important. But instead, when she was very young, she found a man, played by Ving Rhames, and got married real young and had 4 kids. Pretty much putting a damper on the concept of her ever going to Paris on her own. They're not wealthy. They're not, they're just... And, of course, when they separated, it made it even less possible because she had to fend for herself for the most part, where money for Paris wasn't in the equation. So, when she found out she was dying, she pretty much is like, you don't have a lot of time, and you're not going to Paris. But what's important to her was that she connects with her children and sort of sets things right. She has 3 girls, 1 boy, and by the way, her first child was named Paris. Simply because, well, that's going to take the place of her trip to Paris, and who could she love more than her own child? Which is also Paris. But so then she had 3 more, and she's like, oh well, I got others now. They just have regular names. So not that Paris is weird or anything. I'm just saying. So we find her early on in the film dealing with her estranged husband. We get to see the drama in each of her family's lives. And if you've ever seen a soap opera, this is, by the way, a Lifetime TV movie. Don't let that dissuade you. It's certainly not going to end up as a Christmas romance or anything, but it's better and has a much better cast than you would expect for a Lifetime movie, which, again, they kind of fit certain niches when it comes to storytelling. Rarely do they get the caliber of actors that you find in Whoopi Goldberg, Ving Rhames, Kimberly Elise, Mekhi Phifer, Anika Noni Rose, that's Tiana, one of our princesses, Disney princesses. I hope I'm not going to ruin this. Tachina Arnold. And, that's mom and dad and the 4 kids. And they all have very different lives. And when I say soap opera, imagine every kind of real world storyline that you would have in a regular daytime soap, or even some of the nighttime soaps. Not the weird ones where, like, oh, I'm abducted by aliens, or some psychics, or there's my evil twin brother showed up. Like, none of that kind of stuff. This is like a year's worth of soap opera storylines crammed into an hour and a half. Not kidding. I don't want to spoil any of the twists and turns, but when you're like, if you were playing bingo, your card would be full if it came down to like listing every single thing, conflict that can happen within a family. Is there somebody with a drug problem? Did somebody have problems, going to prison a lot? Did somebody lose their husband, just ran off? Is some one of the grandkids having problems? Maybe he's dating a girl on secretly. Did somebody cheat on somebody? Did somebody have something they're really some really big thing they're hiding involving their stepdad? Oh, yeah. It gets dark real quick. It goes down every rabbit hole, but it doesn't lose track of each of those things and addresses them as the story culminates toward mom's birthday party. It's a big celebration, like one I don't know what decade she's turning in her life, but it's kind of her big last celebration to have her whole family together, because she doesn't know if she could really ever get them in one place again. And this is probably also where she's going to tell them. At least that's her intent. But the troubles of each of the families, of each of her own kids, the drama that they just have stacked up in their lives, all comes crashing down at this party. Yes, I've spoiled that, but you kind of know where that's heading. They set all of it up, and it's all going to get knocked down by the time the party hits. And some things get knocked down days before this happens, before the party happens, but it all comes out. Like, all the big secrets come out by the party. So you get to see Mom here. By the way, Viola is her character's name. Viola Price is their last name as well. Viola is doing her best to insert herself into her children's lives in ways that she hasn't bothered to do in a very long time. Trying to get the one single one hot young man, trying to give advice where they're like, "Where's this coming from, Mom?" Trying to work things out, and also working in her personal life, realizing that her still not divorced but separated for many years husband has maybe moved on. So, I mean, honestly, just when you think they've hit the limit on crazy family drama, here's another one. It's really insane. If you had a hard time over the holidays getting together with family and extended family and all the people that you might have a few little tensions between for whatever reason, whether it's family, just literally just family issues, conflicts, disagreements, political stuff, everything else. That's the only thing they didn't do in this. There's no political drama. If you are worn out from the holidays kind of drama in your life, this might be a bridge too far. This might just go. Either you're like, I can't handle any more drama, or you'll be like, oh, at least I'm not in this situation. Or I think that the part of the reason why there's so many different types of drama just crammed into this, I think they're just like checking all the boxes. So in the case you go, oh yeah, that's a problem I'm having with my siblings, or my parents, or my kids, because there's conflicts in every direction. The kids do not get along, for the most part. Where they should be, I think Mom is also kind of pushing them towards becoming closer before it's too late, and before it comes to a time when she cannot witness something good between them after so many problems have happened over the years. It's honestly, in that sense, it's a really relatable story. And before you also think that maybe this is a black film, because it is a black cast mostly, yes, it's a black cast because the mother and father had black children. So it has to be about that. You're not going to just throw a couple Asians in there and a couple white people, unless they marry in or something like that. That's, yeah. But understand that, don't treat this as a black drama. It applies to just about anyone's life. It is not to be overshadowed because you don't think you can relate to it. That's not how it is. Everybody has some of these people in their lives. When you're dealing with in-laws, when you're dealing with exes, when you're dealing with just kids that just won't listen, that won't do the right thing, and also adults. This is mostly about the children that Viola and Cecil had. So, but man, it's just when you're like just finished finding out about one horrible thing that happened with one family, boom, here comes another one. You're like, oh my, and they keep rotating through each of them. But again, it's well shot, and the very, very, very last scene is a little, believe it or not, has some CGI that just, I don't know, doesn't fit. And it's a little corny, but it fits. It fits. Honestly, the way this is acted and the way this is shot, it feels, with the pacing and a lot of the dialogue, it feels like it's a play. And it might be based on a play. I tried to find out if it was based on an existing Broadway or off-Broadway play or some kind of performance somewhere. It feels modern, but also has a sensibility that makes me feel like it's a little bit older than... because a lot of these themes in this are universally relevant to a lot of people. It's directed by Stephen Tolkien. Not Tolkien, but Tolkien. So, no relation. But yeah, so it's got like I said, it's got a fantastic cast. If in the no spoiler here, but she does pass in the film. It's not everything worked out, and everything was well timed, and we all came together, and just everybody was happy, and everything was right. It's not that. It's not going to be that. Would kind of gut the purpose of the entire film. It's going to get you a little misty-eyed here and there, but so yeah, it is. It is the final scene with the family is really emotional, and I won't tell you how or why, but get the hankies ready, because I think it's done in a really unique way that I did not expect. You see what you think is going to happen, but again, Viola does her own thing. And leaves an indelible mark on this family for the better with her passing. It is a happy ending. It's not perfect, but it is a happy ending for this story. So don't expect it to be down and morose just because the main character died. Yeah. So yeah, this is not the movie I would have picked out. I didn't know anything about it. And it's not a movie I would have picked out and just went, hey, let's watch a movie about a lady that gets... I don't know what she has. I think if she has a hard time breathing, and she did have an attack at one point where she couldn't get her... that kind of thing. I can't remember what it's called. Not the breathalyzer, but yeah, she has a problem, and that's when it's diagnosed that she doesn't have long to live. So get ready to face some pretty heinous family drama, and like I said, well performed. It's not overly long at an hour and 28 minutes. I mean, that's like half an Avatar. Seriously. Half an Avatar. They had more characters and more emotional drama. But no blue people. No naked blue people. Sorry. Okay, so yeah. I would, if you're up for a good tearjerker with a little bit of humor, but a whole lot of soapy drama, is for you. And it's not a bad thing. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 4? Come on, this is supposed to be random. I just had 3 and now I have 4. At least I don't have to scroll very far. Man, we're getting, this is 4 movies in a row now? I mean, again, I would like to have some variety, and we don't have a whole lot of movies left on this quarter. I fully believe we will run out of movies by the end of March. I'll be very surprised if we don't. And we still have to make it all the way to May. I know we're going to make it to May. We're going to be watching I think this is another Lifetime drama. What do you know that I don't? Why are you trying to take out all of the Lifetimes? I don't know. We'll find out. But we're watching A House on Fire. It sounds really exciting and dangerous and action-packed, but I'm feeling it's not what I'm thinking. A House on Fire is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.